What's going on, world? Anthony Vaughan here, founder and CEO of Cognizance Capital. We are a consulting and advising organization where we provide niche marketing tactics, advise brands, and just overall try to do a kick ass job for the entrepreneurial community. Now, I'm making this audio, video, whatever you want to call it, in real time of a real problem that we're going through at the moment. Cognizance Capital has been going on for a few years now. We've had ups and downs. We've been as high as a six-figure business. We've been as low as making barely $2,000 a month. So, things have gone up and down for various reasons, but something that we are adopting right now, one of the perspectives, paradigms, frameworks mentally that we're adopting right now is focus. And what I mean by that is focusing on something that we feel internally will drive the biggest ROI for a certain amount of time. And so I'm just going to, kind of go through what we're actually going through right now in real time, as I'm recording this audio as well for my staff so they can kind of put their input in on what they feel will be beneficial. And, pretty much collectively try to brainstorm and as well as bring content and value to the marketplace, or any other entrepreneur. So Cognizance Capital Speaks, that can be one. That can be one singular focus. Cognizance Capital Speaks in a nutshell is Q&A style, context-based, small setting, 20 to 25 members per minimal price point keynotes that are going to be around the country. And my goal is to travel to a different city every 3 days, every 2 days, and do 25 to 30 person keynotes, Q&A style for minimal price points, for an extended period of time, 3-4 hours. We also have PR and attention to overall brand. That can be podcasting, that can be guest blogging, that can be overall blogging, that can be influencer marketing, just any sort of PR and attention that can be brought to the brand. We can focus on new programs that I'm thinking about in passive income, meaning we can sustain the business that we have now and start to switch our directions and mentalities towards new programs. That can be this new subscription based thing that I have an idea around, which is kind of like a portal where you type in a question, and within a 72-hour period of time, you get back a very personal blog, video, and or audio from 5 people that have expertise in that particular area of your question. And, you can kind of go back and forth and get more insights, more information for a monthly price, as well as looking to kind of create a podcast where the podcast doesn't really give a shit about the person's brand, but more or less extracting direct, tangible content the second we press play, and chopping that content up and trying to sell the content, the insights to various brands and entrepreneurs to bring them value. Business development, particularly inbound partners, can be a focus. The current programs that we have, trying to really get those things going, can be a focus, choosing one or two of them. Advising for spec work with 0.1 to 0.3% of the company with 6 months back end pay. Pretty much what that means in a nutshell. We have a big strength in advising from a strategic standpoint, coming up with new ideas, whether it's marketing disciplines, whether it's overall culture and leadership disciplines, structure of the company, research, insights, frameworks mentally. And that's important and that's valuable. So it's worth, collecting 0.1 to 0.3. And then, if we do well over a 6-month period of time, there will be back pay that will be provided for those 6 months. But if we do not do a good job after the 6 months, then we will receive nothing. So yeah, it's kind of like that. It's different, but it's kind of pretty much us jumping inside the brand and being that second, third, fourth, the first 10 first 10 staff members. And then finally, we can focus on hiring staff and sustaining the revenue that we have. So not looking for any more PR, not looking to bring in any more clients, no new programs, and really just hiring staff within to make what we do here stronger and more tight knit. Now, to bring value to whoever's going to be watching this, here's the key: thinking deeply about what's easy and what's going to be hard, and pushing against them both, and kind of coming up with a 1A, 1B focus point. So I know I said I would focus on one, but I think it's going to be two. And what I mean by that is I want to focus on one thing that's going to be incredibly fucking easy for me to execute, that's going to bring me small wins on a consistent basis. And then we also, as a team, we want to focus on something that's very difficult, that we don't even necessarily know how we're going to execute at a successful, consistent clip. And that's something that's going to put us in a bit of a threat state, that's going to be stretching our imagination a little bit, but it's going to be good for the overall growth of the brand, because once we figure it out, we can double down on that and watch the brand grow exponentially. So it's kind of something that's going to not, ignite that reward response. That's going to ignite the creativity, the inspiration, the memory banks, if you will. And then the other, which is going to ignite a bit of a threat response, because we're not exactly sure of how to execute it, but it's exciting. It's interesting, and we know if executed correctly and if done efficiently will help the overall brand. So hopefully you guys get a glimpse of kind of how I look at the world, how we look at the world here at Cognizance Capital, and how you can really look at any brand. Are you going to pull out, the stops, all the stops for PR? Are you going to try to bring in new programs? Are you going to try to develop high quality content visually and blog style? Are you going to start 2 new programs? Are you going to focus on the current staff and or clients and or product rollout revenue that you have currently? Are you going to start doing spec work to try to get your name and capture more market shares? What are you going to do that you can focus on for a 6 to 12 to 18 month time span, so that you're not distracted by all the aspects of entrepreneurship, and that you can really get what you deserve, which is success and revenue and substantial growth. So don't know what I'm going to choose yet, but just figured I'd share my brainstorming strategies, and hopefully I brought some value. Thanks so much.